really proud to, not just for being around the Testimonial, but the 10 years at the club. It's, you know, probably as a kid never dreamed of being able to play for so many years for my hometown, and you know, 10 years has gone so fast. And you know, I've been here since I was 11 and played at every single age group until the first team. So you know, hopefully a few more years to come yet, but certainly very proud to be awarded the 10-year Testimonial. Yeah, it's you know, as I will always say, I was a fan of the club before I even started playing rugby league. I was always football mad as a kid, and a big Man United supporter, and that was all I was interested in. And as many people know, you know, this club and rugby league is firmly within my family, and with my Uncle Paul, and it was something that was always talked about on a Sunday, and going to the games non-stop. And Mum and Dad would drive us to every away game, and we'd cut up the paper for the confetti and for the players, and travel all around the country really watching Warrington, and to now be playing that and still be doing it 10 years later is, you know, so proud. The foundation and squad build have obviously been a part of my life, and without both of those I wouldn't be probably here today. And you know, squad builder certainly was one of really the first players that was sort of formed from squad builder, and obviously they raised a lot of money and support the academy players coming through, and to get them into the first team, and you know, we need to get more Warringtonian lads playing for this club, and you know, hopefully they can emulate what I've done. Probably the two parades that we've done after both Challenge Cup wins, well, mainly in 2009 2019, just because it's moments like that where you really realise how much again it means to people. And even we did the 36-hour community challenge before we broke up for Christmas, and again, you know, I forget, I still live in the town, all my family's still here, and you forget sometimes how much it means to everyone. And you know, just seeing everyone's face and seeing how many people turned up for those moments, it was just experiences that you'll never get back again, and really fortunate to be a part of those days, and to do it with your mates as well. It's just it's extra special. You know, I'm not one for the limelight at all. I'm really not, and you know, the thought of the game being about me is not, you know, I'm not comfortable with it really. So I just like to go and do my job. It's not something like, but I guess for family and friends, it's important for them as much as it is to me, and you know, walk out with my kids as well, and to wear my shirt that we've designed is pretty special. And we've had some fantastic sponsors come on board already, and we've already supported the shirt and you know, the rest of the year for me. So you know, just kind of feel really proud really that people, you know, take that much interest in what you're doing, and want to give you a pat on the back, which is nice. Do you know, it was a funny one because I was so confident going into the game, and as you know, no one gave us a chance, and we just had this feeling we were going to win. We just knew, you know, and I'll say it, and we said it at the time, and we said it the night before the game when we was all together, and just the players and the staff in the hotel. We shut ourselves away from the world really, away from family and friends, and off social media as much as we could, and whatever else. And there was so much experience in the Challenge Cup. In the final, in that room that we had, you know, I'd been there twice myself. There was most players had been in there, played there twice before, so it was like we knew what to expect, and really had to deliver, and to put it all together that day, especially when no one gives us a chance. It was just extra special, and the heat, everything was against us, and you know, we really toughed it out that day. And for me, that's what the game's all about: is when your back's against the wall, who's going to tough it out, and we did that day. Professional sport's a roller coaster, and you know, it was unacceptable what happened in the league. You know, it was completely unacceptable, and we have high standards here, and it was a really poor end to what could have been a great season for us. You know, and we've addressed that, and it's interesting. I was talking to Danny Maguire while I was on holiday in the off season, and you know, he said how hard it is to get up for that Challenge Cup, and the emotion and how actual draining it is, you know, and that's not an excuse, it's just a reality, and we've got to handle that better next time. We've got to be able to play the week after and play it well, and continue that form, and you can't just peak for that one game and leave it there, because obviously the talent's there, the ability's there to do it, but you've got to do it on a consistent basis. So it was by no means acceptable what happened, and you know, I'll be the first person to say that our form just completely dropped. and there's all the excuses in the world, but it wasn't good enough. Hopefully we can rotate the squad as much as possible. It's such a long season, so many games, and the teams that aren't playing the Challenge Cup almost get an advantage because they're getting that extra week off. They're getting 2-3 weeks off a season. The players can go away and chill out and rest and let the body settle down. You imagine how much impact we go throughout the year, and there is no let up at all. Which is what we get paid to do. So I'm not complaining about it, but we've just got to make smarter decisions. And too many penalties last year, too many errors. I'm to blame for those things as well. And all those things made some games a lot harder than they needed to be for us. And there was games that we should have won where we didn't. So we changed that. Games started being a little bit different, and hopefully we'll have more energy. Consistency. The things that I've just mentioned, we've got to tidy up them, because the three that I've lost, we were winning at half time on all three of them, and it was the penalties and errors that let us down in all three of those games. We've got to be harder on ourselves, we've got to be more disciplined in the game, we've got to be more accountable with each other, and these are the things that we've addressed. And you've got to have tough conversations with each other. We've got a fantastic squad, we've got some senior players, we've got some young players, a lot of international experience from here and the NRL, and we've got to use all of that to make sure we go on and win. It's never been any doubt that this has always been the year at the start for us, but I ain't thinking about October right now. I'm thinking about Wigan next. I'm thinking about the Testimonial game and then Wigan, and you've got to take it a week at a time. You really have, and it's about shutting off all those emotions. And again, in those games, we've probably been too absorbed in it all. And again, take the Challenge Cup for example. We played a really pretty simple, basic, boring, you can call it boring, game plan, and we won well. And you've got to just play as a team, stick to the game plan, but you've got to do it every single week. And you keep doing it week, you get to it in the grand final, and that's what we're aiming to do. Yeah, so when I come back from the holiday, all inclusive, I wasn't in bad shape or anything, but I just thought I'm going to try things. I've always been the same, always looking. I read every night. I'm always trying to improve myself, and I said I'll just give this vegan, watch the documentary ever watched, give this vegan diet a go, and 3 months later I'm still doing it. I'm not doing it 100% by any means. I probably do 75% of the way there with it, just because the protein intake is really hard for us. But Luther's been doing it. He's in unbelievable shape. A lot of the players now are starting to do it, and whether it be forever or not, but I certainly feel better. The body fat's the lowest it's ever been. Some of the tests in the gym are the best it's ever been. The recovery rate's the best it's ever been. I'm eating a hell of a lot of fruit and vegetables, and that can only be a good thing. So I'm not here to save the world. I'm not hugging trees or anything like that. Still like a pint of Guinness every now and again. But look, it's improved me, and if it improves me and I have a better season, then I'll do it.